All right, look what just showed up. It's the piece that we've been waiting for to do the steering wheel on the Bootlegger. Woohoo! So, I guess in spirit of doing steering wheels, we're gonna stop and go put this on the Bootlegger. Alright, so one of the first things you want to do is make sure that you have this going on in the right direction. This end is going to be facing down on the shaft, so when the steering wheel goes on, clip in to that little spot, have that facing that way. So when we weld it on, we're going to want it to go on the shaft like that. So I should be able to take this, come out to our car, slide it on. Check that out. Now we got a steering wheel. So now all we got to do is get that thing welded in place. In one of the last videos we talked about the quick release was running into this casting back here. So, but as you can see, that by itself, the nut piece by itself spaces it out far enough to where it won't do that. So we're gonna get the wheel taken off, get that piece set on there, and then we are gonna weld it in place. All right, the other little thing that I did, this is your perfect chance to get this wheel set the way you want it. If you're one of them guys that likes it set like this with your tire straight, or set like that with your tire straight, or set wherever you want it with your tire straight, this is the time to do it. So make sure your front wheels are straight. I also used the stock wheel and where the little flat spots were to be able to tell where mine was straight. Got it straight, kind of centered where I want it, and now that I kind of know where that piece is going to go, I'll get it tacked in place. All right, I got a little tack in there. Seems like it's going to be kind of where I want it. I'm going to take this off to show you. So what I did, when I pushed this all the way down up against here, we still had the clearance right here, but what I didn't have was a really good surface on the inside to weld to. So I pulled it out just a little bit so that I have enough surface to go around the inside here and weld it up really good so it's got good contact and will hold real nice. If you were building a hobby stock or something and you didn't have a steering shaft like this, or the stock steering column, right, it would just be a piece of pipe. You would then come around on the backside back here and throw a bead all the way around this as well as welding it inside here. But we've been able to do it like this before, and as long as you get good welds in there, it'll hold just fine. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put a couple really good tacks on it, or rather I'm going to weld about a quarter of it to the best of my ability, because I did get information that my dad, or rather my little brother, is going to be coming to pick up this car tomorrow because he's got he'll be in town with a trailer. So he's going to come and pick up this car tomorrow and take it back out to my dad's house, which will be great and fantastic because my dad is a much better welder than I am, and there's a couple little things on here he needs to weld up anyways. So I'll let him finish welding the shaft on this. That way we don't have, if you got to hear the story from the other bootlegger video, we don't have another instance where somebody's got to manhandle it without a steering wheel. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get what I can welded up on here, and we'll call this thing good. Okay, well, throw that plan out the window. I thought I was doing a pretty good job, so I went ahead and just welded the whole thing. But the important thing is, I believe it holds. And this goes on like, woo, like yeso. That goes on, hard to do with one hand. It turns and it holds. We now have a steering wheel. I might have to put a smaller steering wheel on it for him for his leg clearance between here and here when he drops it down, but I think we're doing good. Well, what is putting new parts on your car without going for a test drive? New steering wheel, tilt wheel, that's right. Who we riding style around here? Bottoming out on my driveway. It's steeper than it looks on camera. Here we go. I'll go for a quick little drive. Neighbors. Nice and centered. I like that. Put this right up at the top, makes it nice and centered so I can see my gauges whenever someone decides to actually look down at their gauges. I do think for my dad's legs, yeah, we'll probably end up going to a 13-inch steering wheel on this one as well. And it might be the exact same steering wheel, unless we can find one flatter. So, but nice little cruise. I just got it in locked in first gear because that's most likely where it's going to be racing in. No mirrors, so look behind for me, guys. Oh, we're good. Okay. All right, back down to the house. I think we're doing good. Need a sun visor. It's unfortunate they didn't make these things to put on your head to block the sun. No, I think we're doing good here. I'm not gonna go racing around here, but just got a little kid up. Do not have a blinker though, but we'll pull her back into the driveway. And I'm gonna scrape again. But there you have it, guys. Steering wheel's done. Car is pretty freaking close now. A lot of the stuff that needs to be done is kind of simple over the, doesn't have to be done to go race. I think the only stuff that has to be done for it to race and be safe to race is limiting straps in the rear, because I didn't use a proper spring bucket, but this is a good way to do it. But when you're circle tracking, the car's going to lean over enough, it'll probably spit out one of those springs. You get rough, it bounce, if you jump into the infield, something like that. So we'll put limiting straps on it to keep the springs from coming out. I wanted to dismantle the hood latch and the trunk latch and put hood and trunk pins in, but that's not absolutely required. I think the only other thing that's going to be absolutely required is I got to get window bars installed right there, which that's fairly simple to do. I just got to find some stuff to make window bars out of, and then get them installed. So some thin pieces of strap or some bar or something like that, and then the rest of it's comfort, personal preference, paint, stickers, stuff like that. It's really not a whole lot left on the Bootlegger for it to go race. I'm hoping that its first race is going to be in, I think it's 3 weeks, end of this month, end of May. Yeah, so I think it's 3 weeks, and that should be the first time this thing goes out and hits the track. And I'm really hoping my dad's going to be the one piloting it, since it, you know, we built the car for him. I know he's talked about letting some other people drive it and stuff, but I really hope he's the first one to pilot it. So heck yeah, we're getting there. And as I was crawling out of the car, we mustn't forget, I gotta weld the door shut, gotta get my strap over the top of the battery box. Again, it's all just really little things for this thing to get to go race. So almost there. There it goes. It's leaving, thank goodness. Up onto a trailer, and it's out of here. All right, so there it goes. Going to my dad's house, get finishing touches. So that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you have questions, comments, concerns, comment down below. Make sure you check us out on Twitch and Facebook and all that happy stuff. Links are below for that. And yeah, we'll see you next time.